Brand new footage released yesterday of, well, the only footage that anyone really wanted to see as local PD scrambled to confront the individual that almost took Donald Trump's life, missed by a millimeter. And it kind of displays exactly the type of chaos that you would expect. People completely unprepared, but also some other reports that say now there absolutely were supposed to be people placed on that roof, yet Secret Service did not put them there. I mean, anybody probably could have known that, but here we go. Nonetheless, let's take a look at the footage and also the information around people being supposedly having to be on the roof. Well, let's start with of course, Mr. Lee Tardy Oswald visited the range dozens of times, including on Christmas, for, quote, intense preparation. Yeah, I'd say probably true. I don't really know how anyone could refute that. You can see this. Some of this footage is pretty concerning. A local Pennsylvania police officer says that he told, this is the first bombshell right here, okay? A local Pennsylvania police officer said that he told Secret Service to secure the building where President Trump's would-be Terminator fired from. Newly released body cam footage suggests. It's in the footage. He said, I told them they need to post a guy over here, and they never did it. You hear it in real time. This is not like local PD covering their own rear ends. This is local PD in the moment saying, I told them they need to have someone on that roof. And yet, for some reason, they didn't do it. By the way, I'm staying on this story as long as I can, as long as information is available. So wherever you're watching, please take a second right now to subscribe or follow or whatever they call it. Create an account, follow. If you're on Rumble, download the Rumble app, follow the quartering. It's going to get harder and harder to find my viewers. The footage recorded from the body cam of Butler Township police officer also suggests that Lee Tardy may have used a wooden pallet to scale the building before he allegedly tried to pull this off. About 13 minutes after he was taken out by law enforcement, the officer walks around the side of the AGR building and fumes to another officer that Secret Service did not have agents on the structure. Quote, I effing told them they need to post the effing guys over here. The Secret Service. I told them that effing Tuesday, I told them to post guys over here. Quote, I thought you guys were on the roof. Another police officer believed to be from Butler PD can also be heard saying, no, we were inside, the Butler Township police officer says. The exchange appears to highlight the disorganized nature of in the security in place for the rally that day, which has sparked various finger pointing among various agencies involved. Quote, I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was on the roof. The Butler City Police Department officer can be heard saying, like, how in the hell can you lose a guy walking back here if someone's on the roof? Quote, they were inside, the officer responds. Speaking to another officer, I talked to the Secret Service guys and they were like, yeah, no problem. We're going to post guys over here. A few minutes later, the Butler Township police officer speaks to a counter officer and reiterates his claim that he told Secret Service to have agents at the venue. I told the Secret Service, post an effing guy over here. I told them that effing at a meeting on Tuesday. This was the Secret Service's fault, 100%. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. But we now know, I mean, this is in the moment body cam footage. This isn't them spinning it around 6 months later. This is the real in the moment coverage. The footage also shows the officers arriving on the scene at 6:12 p.m. About a minute after he was taken out. The officer is desperately looking to scale the building and asks a fellow officer if there was a ladder that he could climb. No, he used that board right there. Probably. It's a pallet, you can see. The other guy said, with a video of a stack of wooden pallets resting against the side of the building, it's not clear if he used those pallets to climb on the building. Previous reports revealed that he had purchased a ladder at a Home Depot, but no ladder was found at the scene. Wait a minute, I thought I saw pictures of a ladder. Am I taking crazy pills? I thought I saw the picture of a ladder. The video also reveals the difficulty and frantic efforts PD had trying to get onto the building. The officer manages to hoist up 2 individuals onto the roof by helping them onto the large storage shed, and then they use a pallet on the roof to cross on the shed to cross the roof. The pallet had initially been resting against the building next to the storage shed and could have been used by Lee Tardy. The body cam footage is one of several videos obtained by Fox News Digital on Thursday that through records requests. In another video, one police officer scales the building but is immediately confronted by Lee Tardy and falls to the ground. Officials say that Crooks got his firing off, grazing Trump's ear and taking the life of spectator Corey Compertor. It also wounded members of the audience, David Dutch and James Kopenhaver. They have both since returned home. Quote, the Secret Service is aware and reviewing the body cam footage from July 13th. This is literally like the smoking footage, it's extremely obvious. He's on top of the roof, ! Body cam video shows the delay after PD spotted the individual. New videos from local PD emphasize how close officers were to actually preventing it. Probably if local PD had been given the information, or if local PD had actually had somebody up there, it never would have happened. The pivotal video shows moments just before 6:11. I'm not showing the actual video because it always gets flagged and there's, a lot of stuff, rough language and spicy stuff. I'm going to, show it after, I'm going to look it over. It's another reason why you always want to watch me live at 1 Eastern on Rumble, because we'll look at it live. But after spotting him to his left, the unidentified officer quickly drops down and sprints to his squad car in the parking lot to retrieve a weapon. 30 seconds later, first of 8 shots ring out. I was this close, bro. He turned around on me, he said to an officer in the parking lot 1 minute later with both weapons drawn. Where's he at? The officer says. He's straight up. 5 minutes passed from the moment the officer eyes Crooks to when officers in tactical gear finally make it up the roof. The video captures a chaotic scene from officers racing inside the building, others looking for anything that would help them scale the exterior walls. The officer who originally spotted Crooks spent most of those 5 minutes on the ground alongside other officers, standing behind a squad car in front of the building's entrance, describing to tactical teams what he saw. He's laying down on the building over. The out-of-breath officer says. He's got glasses, long hair. I climbed the wall, popped my head up in front of him. The officer said the man had a book bag and an AR. One of the officers, with the help of another, hoists himself onto a plastic Craftsman storage shed next to the building and leads a wood pallet against the wall to climb over it, but does not do so. Others scream for somebody to fetch a ladder. The officer who originally saw him warns others climbing up to be careful, watch out, because he can come right down on you over there. Another minute passes. Some officers remain confused about which roof that he's even on. This building, yells the officer who had boosted himself up. The left one, the first one, that one. Finally, an officer in tactical gear manages to climb up. Let me see your hands, he roars. But by then, he had already been taken out. I mean, this is absolutely, irrefutable evidence that, this is Secret Service's fault. Okay, obviously. And I believe during the footage, which we're going to look at on the live stream because we don't have to worry about it being censored, you can also hear them say, somebody get me a hard line. Somebody get me a hard line. I think that is to try and communicate with Secret Service to get Trump off the stage. Interoperability and collaboration between the Secret Service and local PD has become the flashpoint of the review of the incident. Butler Township Police declined to comment on Thursday evening. Secret Service spokesperson Anthony Guglielmi, I guess, said in a statement that the agency is aware and reviewing body cam footage. I mean, what happened is when you have this officer, okay, when you have this officer saying out loud, I told them on Tuesday to have someone here, I 100% believe him. You know, I 100% believe him. There's no doubt in my mind. Here you see it. The FBI believes that he climbed an air conditioning equipment to get on the metal roof, where he was spotted by a local officer at 611. Within 25 seconds, he fired 8 shots. The Secret Service counter sniper team took him out. On the rooftop soon after, the officer could be seen. I was calling it out, bro, on top of the roof, he says in the video. Were you not on the same frequency? Less than an hour after the event, local PD were already second-guessing how Trump was even in a position for this to happen. When I saw someone running across the roof, they probably should have taken Trump off the stage, one local officer tells another, but it's not my call. And another officer, local question, why didn't the roof have coverage from Secret Service? Said, I told them they need to post guys over here, the officer said. Who? The officer said. The Secret Service. The first officer replies, I told them that on Tuesday. That man's family, Corey Compertor, and the 2 others that were injured that day should be suing the Secret Service as well as Donald Trump. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, the fact that they were told to station somebody there and didn't. Now we need to know why they didn't station somebody there. And all that's going to do is fuel the conversation around whether or not they let it happen. Don't you think? I 100% believe that this officer told them in the meeting on Tuesday. I have no reason not to believe that. None. Why wasn't somebody stationed there? And why was nobody looking at it? And why were they not on the same frequency? And why did nobody who from the counter team notice anything wrong? Notice a person literally running on the roof that you can see in the various footage we've seen online. Maybe there's some truth to the too slopey roof thing. Maybe the roof, maybe the lie that we all thought from the Cheeto protector is all real. This is one of the biggest embarrassments in the United States' history. And I totally understand why people think that this was allowed to happen, because this is unbelievably inept. Make sure right now that you leave a like on the video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. I'll stay on this topic as each new piece of information comes out. All I ask is that you follow the channel and so I can reach you when it does.